Hello my friends, welcome back to another HP Gaming GameLINK video. I am very excited because once again we have a Kickstarter unboxing for you. Excited, maybe bittersweet, we'll talk about that in a moment. But when the world needs superheroes, they turn to the pages of Marvel, and this video is no exception. But what if those heroes with their superpowers and special abilities were turned and became the enemy? We're going to be chomping our way through S.H.I.E.L.D. agents. We're going to be trying to placate our hunger as we take a look at the core box of Marvel Zombies, a Zombicide game. Hello my friends, welcome back. For those of you who don't know me, and you should by now, my name is Matt and I am very excited to open up this box of absolute chaos today. It is, as I said in the tease, a little bit bittersweet because Marvel Zombies, a Zombicide game, which is this monstrosity right here, has cost a small fortune. This core box alone is fine, I have no issues with that. The single or split wave shipping to get it here early has proved to be quite costly. And in fact, look, let me just preface this by saying the quality of the game and the gameplay and everything else is probably going to be off the charts. Okay, I have no qualms about that. That's probably an early review. I'm calling it early. I'm going to love this. That's no secret. The surprise with shipping, however, that ran during the Kickstarter campaign, just to get this out of the way now, was a tough pill to swallow, and had I not been running a business, that would have seriously impacted whether or not we'd gone ahead and backed at the pledge level we went in with this thing. Having said that, as I said, the gameplay and everything else is probably going to be fantastic. It's a Zombicide game, so yay. It's Marvel, double yay. But the shipping fee to get this here in a split shipment, let me put it this way, it was almost 30% more than the all-in pledge for Skyrim that we've recently had delivered, just for shipping alone. So that was, again, if I wasn't a business owner, it would have been probably very tricky. And I know there's a lot of individuals out there who would be in a similar boat. Having said that, shipping aside, the box is here, and I want to see what's inside, and I'm pretty sure you all do too. So let's have a look and see what is in the box. I am chomping at the bit, pun intended, to see what's in here. Not only that, but when this arrived, our junior gamers, both Charlotte and Blair, have begged me to unbox this as soon as I possibly can. So this box jumped the queue from a lot of other Kickstarters that are off camera still waiting in their shrink. So you're welcome. Now, we recently unboxed and have been playing through Undead or Alive. First of all, plastic on the floor. Zombicide Undead or Alive has been a staple in this house. It's a fantastic board game experience. We've been really enjoying it. Very excited to get this to the table as well. Those of you who watched the Zombicide Undead or Alive unboxings, this is probably going to be very similar with a Marvel flavor, but obviously this plays very differently because you get to play as the zombies, and I love that. All right, let's pop this up on the overhead. First and foremost, there we go. Oops, there it is. The artwork in this game is going to be off the charts, balls to the wall crazy, and I love it so much. This is going to be, I mean, look, some people have argued that the zombies, playing as the zombies and attacking innocents is not, it's not PC. And I can understand that, I really can, which is, I mean, obviously there was also a X-Men Resistance box where you can play as the heroes fighting against the zombies, of course, in a more traditional Zombicide-esque fashion with a Marvel flavor. But the Marvel Zombies comics is what this is based on. So, I mean, look, yes, okay, you could argue, you know, morally, it's ambiguous, etc. But the artwork, you cannot deny, is amazing. That being said, let's get into it because I've prattled on too long about ethics and shipping and all the other stuff that's boring. You don't want to hear that. You just want me to open this bad boy up. So let's do it. Let's see, what have we got inside the box? Just a normal one. I'm just going to put this over here because yay. Because that artwork is just boss. Check it out. Dig it. All right, let's get that one out of the way. We don't need free stuff. The rulebook, which has that same epic art style. The artists for this game have done exemplary jobs. You've got game components. There is a ton. I think there's 87 minis in this box alone. All the bystanders, the shield agents. Then you've got the 9 tiles as normal. Cards, and more cards, contents, dashboards, etc. We highly recommend reading through all these rules, as there are many differences, both big and small, from classic Zombicide rules. Hunger, which affects you. If you don't eat, you get more powers, but you also get more limitations, etc. Line of sight, basics, etc. Movement, player phase, enemies. I will say too, this is only part 1. There is going to be a second video when all of the extra peripherals, etc. arrive, which probably would be, I think it's slated for March at this stage. We will see how we go. What I will do is pop this to the side so we know who's who in the zoo. I think it'll be a bit easier to understand than some of the other ones that are out there, but I love that the minis box is the complete size of this. The Undead or Alive box had the minis only so much. The core box for Undead or Alive was... I'm so excited. Okay, this is minis. We'll come back to this. I'll bring the camera down so we get a bit more detail. So we'll pop that to the side for now. Now, let's see. We've got tokens, charts. Oh, it's a bit of an organizer tray. I like that. I like that. The Zombicide Undead or Alive, I shouldn't be making comparisons, I know. The organisation in Zombicide Undead or Alive was a bit hit and miss. It's okay. It still does its job, but there's not space to store extra components for the 3 core boxes, if that makes sense, the steampunk and everything else as well. I have tried to include as much as I can in the core box. I only have to get one off the shelf, but to no avail. Where to begin? Okay, now there are some things that I won't even bother opening because... you know it, you love it. These are the bases that we know and love. They're plastic rings that will help you identify which player is yours. We have the dice. We have tracker cubes rather than for the boards. They track your hunger. They're just standard pandemic-y style cubes, which is fine. Cards for days, cards for bystanders. Let's go through this. I'm going to just pop that one there so we can whiz through the cards, the punch board, and get to the good stuff. Yes, there's been a lot going on for us here. I hope... Oh, I nearly stabbed myself. That's not a good start. There has been a lot happening here at HBG HQ. We have a live interview coming up with another local Melbourne supplier who's supplying board games, but in a very different way. That's happening next week. So check out the live tab and make sure you stick around and watch that one. Plastic on the floor. There's also been a few other bits and pieces that have caused us problems. We've had some flooding here, which has been crazy. Lots of Kickstarters coming up as we head into Christmas as well, including a bit of Dice Throne, a Christmas madness. So stick around for that one as well. First and foremost, we have Cap and his Vibranium Shield and his Devour ability, because devouring is always fun. You have the health track across the top and the hunger track here. Both are bad if they get to full strength. Iron Man with his missile wave, repulsor blasts, suit auto control. You have Wasp. You have Hulk. You have Captain Marvel with a severed head in her hand because yay. Deadpool, who just looks fantastic. Then you have the heroes, Thor. So these cards are used when you play in hero mode, which I don't know if you can do in this particular core box, but the cards are here, so you can use them with the other modules and things. I could be wrong. Maybe there's something in the rulebook I've missed. Black Panther, Miss Marvel, Scarlet Witch is here, and of course Doc Strange. The good thing is, all of the heroes, zombie or otherwise, in this box are represented by their duplicates in the stretch goals box, which will arrive with the next wave. So you can play as a Doctor Strange version in zombie form, and that's fantastic. So we're going to pop those in the tray. Let's go through some cards. What have we got here? We've got some bystanders. Get these out of the way. I guess the other question is, which hero is your favourite and which hero should we play as? We've had requests to do some playthroughs of this one, and we'll try and get it to the table and make some content for you. Undead or Alive, we'd love to. I want to do content on everything. I want to do reviews on everything, but there just isn't enough hours in the day, nor do I have enough players, so we might have to do things solo. We'll see how we go. I don't know if you're going to get a good look at these ones, but that's Mary Jane here. These are bystander cards. J. Jonah Jameson, Blind Al, Betty Ross, Agent Coulson. Now, if you capture these or devour them, they give you abilities as well. Okoye, Pepper Potts, Bob, the Agent of Hydra. Bob is just awesome. Sharon Carter, Aunt May, oh poor Aunt May, Wong, Thunderbolt Ross. You have rescued cards. You have a secret mission. You have Thor, who summons, then these are the heroes that you will spawn to attack you. Effectively the Abomination mechanic, but with superheroes. Spider-Man, Black Panther, Miss Marvel, Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange. The Avengers sign, which is an item you can pick up and throw at people. Mary Jane in hero form as opposed to zombie. So different benefits when you're in hero mode, different benefits if you're in zombie mode. Betty Ross, Coulson, Okoye, Pepper Potts. Sharon Carter, Aunt May, Wong, Thunderbolt, and then you have Captain America Zombie as someone you can fight against, Iron Man, Wasp, Hulk, Captain Marvel, and Deadpool. So based on this, I think you can probably run the hero module against the zombies without, I mean, it just means that instead of spawning villains, you're spawning shield agents instead. But I wonder if in the interim we could use the zombies from Undead or Alive. We could make that work. House rule for days. All right, then we get traits, other cards here, so you can get different zombie abilities. Instead of equipment as such, you pick up traits, which will give you special bonuses and abilities. More plastic for the floor. It's one thing I haven't seen is a little silica gel sheet, but that's okay. So you've got zombie traits here. These are zombie traits that will give you all those different abilities we talked about and other things you can do. You've got here ambush. So I think they spawn one trooper in your zone, then draw another trait card. Then you've got self-cannibalize, discard and suffer 1 wound during your turn to perform a free action. Ooh, tasty. Rotten strength. Taunt, make him come for you instead. Submit to hunger, discard during your turn, increase hunger to any amount, ignore ravenous this turn. Oh, undead rage, because why not? Hunger sprint. If I go too fast, you can pause the video. Quick bite. Just to stop in for a quick bite. Opportunist. Opportunity attacks, just like in D&D. Insatiable. Discard after attacking and increase your hunger to re-roll any dice. Resist hunger. Discard during your turn, decrease your hunger by 1, which could prove beneficial. Gorge. Discard after devouring a guard or superhero to heal 1 wound. Wow, Feast. Discard when performing a devour attack. This action may eliminate more than 1 enemy. Target priority applied. Okay, Feast. Lunge. Frenzied, because, you know, frenzied zombies are great zombies. Discard during your turn and increase your hunger. Perform 1 free attack action. Wow. So yes, the hungrier you get, the more powerful you can potentially become, but at great detriment to your character, your hero. If we can call them that, can we call them heroes anymore? Now they're turned. I don't know. What do you think? Is it something that's... Do we need to have a sociological and physiological discussion about all that? Who knows? All right, these are the attack cards or the spawn cards. Let's see what we've got here. So we have troopers, which are your basic walkers equivalent. Trooper rush, that's no good. Some guards, crazy shield actions. Specialists, they're your runners. A superhero gets spawned. More troopers, dangerous troopers, trooper rush, guardians, specialist guards, superheroes. And then you get specialist airdrop. If drawn during the enemy phase, instead of spawning as usual, for each zombie hero, spawn 1 specialist in their zone. Ooh, that's a bit nasty. Sidearm, troopers open fire. All troopers, extra activation cards. Make sure you give that a good shuffle. Escorted bystander, spawn 1 bystander and guards for them as well. Ooh, I dig that. So the bystander abilities are crucial. Will help you definitely with your gameplay. Now, I suck at dice games, that's no secret. So I usually have to try to beef up my character as much as possible during Zombicide to try and make that work. Now, I believe you've got 6s, but then you've got the nat 1s are giant teethy marks. Now, the dice, I will say this, they're plastic dice, but they've got the etched, not screen printed, they're etched dice, and the mouth symbols, I don't know if you can see them on the overhead, are quite cool. Yeah, I'm digging these, and the pips are obviously blood splats, which is fantastic, very thematic. But the question is, how am I going to go? 2 hits, potentially 3 hits, 4 hits, depending on the attack that I've got. and a nasty chomper, which is bad. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you roll those symbols, sometimes you might have to increase your hunger depending on the traits and abilities of your hero. I could be wrong. Hopefully that's not the case, because I will most likely go very hungry very quickly. But hey, you can always placate the hunger and feed. Take from that what you will. All right, let's get into some punch board, because I know what you're all wanting to see, and it ain't the punch board and it ain't me. So let's have a look. The sun here in Melbourne has decided to duck in behind clouds. It's getting a little dark because at Melbourne at the moment, you have summer in the morning from 9:30 till about 10. Then you have winter from 10 till about midday, 1 o'clock. Then you have a little bit of spring. And then you have autumn from 4 p.m. and then winter again from 5 through till about midnight. Summer happens in the evening while you're all asleep. And then you come back around to winter again, because Melbourne is rubbish with weather. Plastic on the floor, and we've got the boards in here as well. I'm not even kidding. My Melbourne folks, even those of you who are in other parts of Australia, tell me what's going on, because the flooding across the country at the moment, on the eastern seaboard in particular, messy business. I hope everyone who's watching in the northern states on the eastern side, please take great care. I wish you well, and hopefully any damage to your property is superficial. We have punch board. We have the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. tile. Now, I will say too, when the second wave comes in, we've got acrylics for all these as well with the deluxe components. So yay, that's exciting. You have, excuse me, objective tiles here in green and blue. You have the red objective tiles, which is a big cross. No. Different guard symbols here. What are those ones? Not just tokens for days. Spawn spots, your exit tile. And then you have little broken barricades and other things as well. These are doorways that can be broken and smashed. Other tokens for objectives and other symbols and things as well. Pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy. Green and blue doors that operate with the same objectives. Spawn points, your number 1 spawn point, etc, etc. Standard Zombicide chipboard, nothing too special there, but hey, they look good. I will not be using them once the acrylics arrive, though, I can tell you that much. All right, then we have the boards. So this is one thing I really dig in every Zombicide game I've played, the detail on the boards here. So here you've got what looks like a shop in the middle of New York City. You have posters for, it's like a Ghost Rider poster, it's Carnival. Then you've got, little details, smashed glass, barricades, things like that. The shop here has got this clothes rack on it. You've got different locations and symbols which dictate different things. There might be a bystander in here that you have to find. On the reverse, you have, it's a club. There's a Black Panther on a big plinth here. It could be a bystander in this room here, and I hope I'm getting this all in the overhead here. You've got the shop's doors being smashed open, flags. Just details. And some of these details may pertain to the different comics themselves, which I think is fantastic. So then we have sandwich shop, fruit market. There is a big smear of something which looks not so pleasant. It looks like oil because there's a motorbike that's been smashed here. Absolute chaos as the zombies roam the streets. On the reverse, you have more of that shop that we saw, Daily Bugle. So you've got news reporters, printing presses, that sort of stuff. J. Jonah Jameson's office is right up here. Dig that as well. Then we have a subway entrance here. So you've got stairs that go up and down. Again, a bystander. There's a dumpster here. Traffic lights have been knocked over. Details for days. On the reverse, more of those bikes getting smashed. Oscorp. Ooh, messy business. So the Green Goblin could make an appearance in here maybe. Who knows? Down the track. You've got a bit of craziness in the guard station here. All sorts of scientific crazy, along with a little something that pertains to our friend as he flies through the skies. Then you have another sort of, it was like a diner here. So you get some tables and chairs half eaten, a bit of a restaurant going, the kitchen's been destroyed. On the reverse, you have Heroes for Hire, which could prove crazy. You've got beds here getting messy. You've got pizza, a little one lone piece of pizza there. It's getting cold, bathroom, that sort of stuff. Then we have more of the same. You've got, what's that one say? Nelson Murdoch. So you've got all sorts of bells and whistles here. You've got the chairs and offices of Nelson. You've got another dumpster here. Again, chaos, trash cans in the street, traffic lights that have been knocked down. So much chaos. I really dig it. On the reverse, Oh, there we go. That's something we know and love. This is Avengers Tower getting absolutely smashed. You've got the sign here. You've got the main table where all the room where it happens, so to speak. And it looks like, is that a sentinel or a guard that's been destroyed here? Up in the top there. More offices. This looks like it's very similar. This is another office, potentially a private detective, maybe. Who knows? You've got another bystander here. A couple of different ways in, which is fantastic. Lots of mess and chaos. I dig it. On the reverse, you have damage control, which looks... What have we got here? We've got fragile boxes. You've got a laboratory here. There looks like there's a little Ultron head, which is kind of cool. That's very awesome. Another diner, pizza place. Delivery available for pizza. That's it. And you've got pizza that's just come out of the oven. Obviously, then was interrupted. It's probably cold now. Half-eaten pizzas, things like that. On the reverse, oh, this I can never pronounce it properly. Sanctum Sanctorium. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, it'll be on the screen. I hope I got it right. The phenomenal staircase. It's there. Bystanders. Doctor Strange obviously makes an appearance here. I dig it. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's fabulous. Then we have more of a diner. It looks like a sushi restaurant, maybe. Yeah, so you've got sushi, or is it shawarma? Who knows? You've got another street here, an alleyway behind. There is something in the base there. Is it another little robot or something there? Who knows? I can't see it clearly. Masks in the different restaurant, Japanese sushi restaurant, which is cool. Then you have a boxing ring. This is Fogwell's gym. So you've got here a bathroom, locker room, and then a training room with a ring. The weights getting smashed, or maybe you can pick up the weights and throw them at somebody. Who knows? The final tile we have looks like a church. You've got an altar here. You've got the pews. You have got looks like another little table restaurant sort of situation. Again, trash cans getting knocked over. And on the other side, we have Hell's Kitchen, which is obviously where Matt Murdock is around for Daredevil stuff. You have bedroom, you have a bathroom with a bit of putridness in it. That is a nice big sunken bath though. Looks like a little living area. Sofa, it's been crashed in with the sign coming down. Flammable liquid, that's not good. Messy, messy business. The whole water tower has been smashed. Chaos for days. And I dig it. All right, that takes care of all the punch board. Let's get in close because we have another box we've got to take care of. Oh, we'll open it up and show you the player boards first. Then we'll bring or should we bring the overhead down first? What do you think? Yeah, overhead down first? All right, give me a moment. Let's do it. All right, we are back. We've got the overhead down nice and close. I'm going to try and open up this. This just looks absolutely crazy. All the zombies in spectacular fashion. There is a content guide on the bottom of this one as well, just so we can see how we go. I'm just going to try and do this without knocking all the equipment. Chaos, chaos, chaos. All right, let's see what we've got here. Hopefully, I'm going to have to move this box out of the way as well. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, goodness gracious me. Let's get this one down here. I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, so first and foremost, and I hope the lighting is not getting too dark in here. I'm just gonna, we'll see. We'll see how we go. Okay, so the player boards look like this. I hope the lighting is adjusted. You've got what looks like a place for bystanders here. The cards you saw in the base box, your player card goes here, and it's got that nice etched thing, spots for your fingers. Traits can go here, and you've got your little markers. Now, I will say, the ones for Zombicide I didn't realize I've got stuck a little bit, so hopefully these are pretty smooth moving. I dig it. So you get your player character, pop it in there, bystander ability. If you devour one, and obviously you've got that place where you can press down to lift out the card, etc. I dig that. They look fantastic. Very, very nice. And of course, that lovely green that we know and love. We will pop these to the side because we don't need those anymore. We are not here for that. We are here for all manner of zombie mayhem. Oh, they've shifted a bit in the box. That's okay. So, let's see how we go. Let's start with the top tray and work our way down. Here we go. I hope I get everybody correct. All right, so we've got, oh my goodness. This is Wasp, who is here looking absolutely fantastic. Zombie Wasp, I should say. I will say, having the different color plastics does make things a little bit easier. I do like, too, the rubble from the destruction of New York, and I hope this is doing justice, looks spectacular as well on these. This is fantastic. Look at her. She looks amazing. The wings half bitten off, etc. Looking fabulous. Dig that so much. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Then we have the big man himself, Hulk. Smash Hulk brains. In fact, I'm just going to do this. Hulk smash, Hulk brains, Hulk dead. Look at him. Oh my gosh, he's huge. I mean, he's still mini, but he's not as mini. I like the bit of rebar as well. Fantastic, the steel. Then we have that's Deadpool. Deadpool making an appearance now. I love it. With his katanas and that undead head. It's very Shakespearean. Elash Paul Yorick. I knew him well. Then we have Cap. Zombie Cap. Look at this guy. Dig it. I dig it. I love there's a Hydra symbol on the back. I don't know if you can see that here. That's fantastic. And then we have the shield. Let's bring it around here. There it is. The shield we know and love. Absolutely. I love that he's still smacking on Hydra. I love the flesh tone as well, missing from his arms. So good. So good. Then we have I am Iron Man. Mr. Stark in all of his zombified glory. He's clutching with his hands. It's so cool. The pose is like very threatening. Very threatening. What's he got on there on his rock? It's just, is it part of a Hulkbuster helmet maybe? Is that what that is? Looks good. I love it. I love it. So good. And then we have Captain Marvel in her sort of pre-flight pose. I love she's got that head. Oh man, these things are so good. I dig it. I just hope, because it's getting so dark outside, that we are doing justice here. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I love it. Cap is doing well. And then we have the heroes. So this is your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man with his web slinging ability hanging up here on the podium. He's got a web that's benefited here. I do like the grey. It's sort of more Zombicide, so the blue-grey I should say. It's a bit more Zombicide, which is nice. Traditional Zombicide, even though they are the good guys or can be played as the good guys. So there's a bit of points of definition there. And here we go. Right as Wakanda Forever has just been released, here is a Black Panther, T'Challa, all of his stunning glory. I like the log and the tree and everything else as well. That's fantastic. Digging that very much. All right. Then we have, is this Dr. Stephen Strange? Yes, it is. This is Dr. Strange doing his magics, standing. Look at that. Come on. That's awesome. I love the fingertips, the pose, the tentacles coming out from underneath the Sanctum Sanctorum symbol as well. The cloak. Man, that's so good. Can't wait to show you the Zombicide version of him because he looks, the zombified version, I should say. Then you got Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan. Big fists, rocks. And again, the poses and the sculpts are so good. How could you not love this? How could you not love this style of artwork, the minis, everything else? It's a spectacle. Scarlet Witch. Oh, sorry, no, that's Thor. Oops. It's the hair. Thor holding onto Mjolnir. Yeah, that's a boss pose as well. I dig that. Dig that, dig that, dig that. He means business. Look at that cloak and cape. Oh, so good, so good. Now we have Scarlet Witch. There she is. Now, if you have watched What If, and if you haven't, like, what are you doing? It's amazing. The What If zombie episode where Scarlet Witch was sort of patient zero, I guess, was fantastic. It was so good. It was so good. What If as a series ended up being quite the spectacle. And if you haven't watched it, it's definitely worth a look. All right, let's have a look. We've got some folks here. Let's have a look. We've got Okoye. I do like the bystanders have, again, their own sort of different colour. That's fantastic as well. She looks great. Ready to protect T'Challa at all costs. Then you have here Sharon Carter, who looks boss as hell. I dig that so much. Guns for days. Nasty business. She means business. She is quite the villain. Then you have, is this Blind Owl? Yes, it is. Blind Owl. Hello. Handbag of death ready to smack on if need be. Hydra Bob. I love this guy. He's so cool. He's so laid back. I love it. Dig it. Hydra Bob's great. Thunderbolt Ross. This guy means business. That pistol sidearm is not for show. He's a dead eye and a half. I love it. Then we have the specialist. Oh, Agent Coulson is here. He means business. Watch out. Don't touch Lola. That's not the gun, by the way. Then you have some shield agents, troopers. Shock troopers. Meaning business here. These guys are in different sculpts. I like the batons. They're cool. And then you've got more of the same. So I'm not sure how many of these are here. There's quite a few. It's like 60 of them or something. 63 of the shield agents. With the batons in different sculpts. I love the fact they've got alternate sculpts for them as well. It just adds a bit more character to the board, which is fabulous. They're just troopers. And then you have these are the specialists. So they run and gun towards you in spectacular fashion, so look out for that. And then you have the guards, looking boss. They're like your fatties, or your brutes, I should say, from different Zombicides. You have a different sculpt for specialists. I hope the light is working for you. I might have to fix that. And the guard with a shield. Look at that. A shield agent with a shield. How appropriate. I dig it. The punching's great. Love it. All right, let's get rid of this one. And we'll get under what's next on there for you. All right, so one thing I will say as well with all of this, there's no tape that is connecting the pieces together, which means you don't have to remove all that crap like we did in the other unboxing for Undead or Alive. Big thumbs up. Hopefully that doesn't continue, or this trend continues with the other boxes that we get. Now this tray is more of the troopers and the specialists and the guards. So you can see here, these are all different trooper sculpts that you've got. I think there's 5 different trooper sculpts. Your specialists, male, female, or sorry, female, male, the guards, and the guards with the shields. But then you've got these folks here, and that's what I want to show you, because these are more of those wonderful folk. This one, I believe, is Pepper Potts, maybe? Maybe I've got that wrong. Is that Aunt May? That's Aunt May. So I'm just going to show you these ones here. So this is Aunt May, looking in all her glory. I need to be able to see, make sure I'm getting it in the frame. There we go. So this is Aunt May, and she looks very, very debonair, very relaxed, and hopefully not going to get eaten. Then we have, this is Mary Jane. Yes, Mary Jane. And she's looking very fair. And hopefully Spider-Man will be able to save her from the zombies, as he so often does. You have J. Jonah Jameson. Parker, I want to make sure it goes to print. Hurry up. He's a nasty, nasty piece of work, but at the same time, he means well. He means well. Then you have Betty Ross. Scientist extraordinaire with her nuclear clipboard, because we know what she's all about. Then you have, is this Pepper Potts? Yes. With her makeshift suit in her bag clips. The voice of reason for our friend Tony Stark. And then last but not least, you have Wong. Look at, this guy means business. Love Wong. So good. Allies for days. I dig it, I dig it, I dig it. And that, my friends, is everything in the core box of a Marvel Zombies, a Zombicide game. All of the minis, all of the bits and pieces, all of the tokens. There are so many tokens. And actually, you know what? There's not that many tokens. There's more minis than tokens. There's enough here to keep you going for quite some time. There's missions and things in the core book as well, obviously. I'm just excited to get this to the table, which I'm going to do for you right now. So as always, as we have been doing of late, we are going to do a bit of a flyover for you. So without further ado, check this out. Let's see how it looks when it's all set up on the table for a 6-player game of Marvel Zombies Roll that footage. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. I don't care how you slice it. I don't care about all of the other shenanigans that went on that I mentioned at the start of the video. This is going to be a bit of fun. So, let us know in the comments which hero or zombie are you looking forward to seeing on the board? Which zombie are you looking to take out first? Which hero are you looking to play when the Resistance pack arrives in March, or estimated to arrive in March next year? There is so much going on here, lots to unpack, but it's going to be the best time. I'm looking forward to getting it to the table. It would be remiss of me not to thank our Patreon subscribers for all of their support in allowing us to do what we do. So thank you very much, sweeties. We love you very, very much. And for you, for watching this far and continuing to support the channel by clicking that subscribe button, giving us a like and letting us know when you watch our awesome content. There is plenty more for you to watch right now, by all means. So I think this is actually our 250th video, I think, which is awesome. So by all means, stick around and watch more content. We will have that interview next week with Get Bored Melbourne. Very excited about that one. Until then, folks, get back to the table, play lots more games, be social, look after one another, and we'll see you back here very, very soon for more awesome board gaming content. Until then, folks, it is bye for now.